I'd like you to talk a little bit. Well, here comes Steve Keirn around, too. Maybe we get both of you to say a few words about this big match which is going to be coming up. Steve, Gator Keirn out of Florida here.
Yeah, you know, and the last time that I was this close to Steve Keirn, he was dropping me on my head right over there, right in this studio.
That's right.
And, you know, I came out here a couple of weeks ago, and I told the people that I was going to be taking some time off. Eric Embry, of course, came right out and said that I was retiring, which is certainly not the case. But, you know, thanks to one of those pile drivers, I've got some neck problems that it may take a while to get cleared up. But, you know, that's, I guess, one of the popular misconceptions that goes along with professional wrestling is that every time you team with somebody, every time you're partners with somebody, a lot of the fans seem to think that you're best friends. You know, down over the years, I guess because I teamed so many times with Bill Dundee and that we were probably one of the most successful tag teams ever, a lot of people think that we're like the closest of friends, when actually, you know, that's not necessarily the case. Not that I have anything against Bill, certainly, but it's just that, you know, you don't, you see this, these are like people that you basically work with. You know, they're not somebody that I socialize with in my private life or that sort of thing. This is, you know, this is a business. When we go into that ring, we're there to take care of business, and a lot of times the promoters will come to a wrestler and say, look, I think it will be a good match. I think it will be an attractive match. I think it'll be a match the fans would like to see if you will team with this guy. And you know, this is what has happened in this particular case. I know that a few weeks ago, Steve Keirn was partners with Stan Lane, and when they were the Fabulous Ones, they were one of the most popular tag teams that ever stepped foot in this ring in Memphis, Tennessee, under the guidance of Jackie Fargo. But then Steve and Stan had their differences. They split up. Stan went along and became entwined with Jimmy Cornette. And now here's a true snake in the grass who had the brilliant, well, he didn't even have the idea. I'm the one that had the idea of putting Steve and Stan back together. And Jimmy Cornette got involved in all of this, and I think gave him some bad guidance. And I think hopefully now Steve realizes that. Now, I'm not trying to stand out here and say that Steve Keirn and I are good friends, because that's not the case. And I'm going to be partners with him, and I've been partners with Eddie Gilbert, who, you know, I told you, Steve Keirn dropped me on my head right here. Eddie Gilbert ran over me in this parking lot with a car. But I'll still have been partners with the guy. It's because you realize that when you're in this profession, you're going to get knocked around. You're going to get banged around. And I'm not out here trying to cry on anybody's shoulder. I'm not asking for anybody's sympathy. I knew what was in store for me when I got in this profession. So all I'm saying is that Steve Keirn and I are not the best of friends, but we have a common goal right now. We have somebody that is both of our friends that we both care a great deal about, and that is Jackie Fargo. Jackie Fargo is the guy that put Steve and Stan together and was responsible for Steve having some of the best success of his entire career. And Jackie Fargo is the guy that was responsible for me even standing here today. If it wasn't for Jackie Fargo, I would be out painting pictures somewhere for a living. I wouldn't even be in professional wrestling. And I have a place in my heart for Jackie Fargo that will always be there. And when two jerks like Eric Embry and Tom Pritchard come along and think that they're going to not only slander the name of Jackie Fargo, but they're going to leave him laying in the ring, well, let me tell you something, boys. All this Texas mess and garbage aside, this is getting real personal. And whenever you're going to do stuff like that to Jackie Fargo, you're going to have people like me and Steve Keirn to answer to. You're not going to do it and get away with it. And that's why Jackie has called me and Jackie has called Steve. He's asked if we would basically pick up his banner and take care of these two jerks, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So Monday night, Eric Embry, Tom Pritchard, you've shot your mouth off all you want to, and we have had it up to here with Texas. And all of these people in Tennessee have had it up to here with Texas. And I want to tell you that Monday night, you're going to see a team that will more than be able to take care of themselves. We'll be able to take care of ourselves, and we'll be able to take care of you, Tom Pritchard, and you, Eric Embry. And after we get through with you, you're going to wish that you had never even not only put your hands on Jackie Fargo, you'd wish you'd never even heard the name Jackie Fargo. And we're going to run you clear out of Tennessee, back to that stinking state of Texas. If you love it so much, get the heck back there, because we're sick of you up here, and we're going to show you Monday night just how sick of you we really are.
Interesting pairing, the King, with Steve Keirn. Steve?
Wait a minute. I want to do something right here. You know, Jerry's talking about how we ain't best of friends. And I'll look this guy eye to eye, and I think it takes a man when you do stuff like this, and say, you know, Jerry Lawler, I really don't like you. But I'm man enough to stand here face to face with you and say that. Not go running behind your back and say that. But, just like you explained in that long explanation about business and things like that, if I had to judge this area and I had to pick out somebody that I respected for their ability, I'd have to say that you're the top man. And I'm man enough to stand here and say that too. And I would like to say that, you know, longevity in wrestling business isn't being 18 feet tall, 750 pounds. It isn't being the biggest, the strongest, the meanest. It's years of experience, years of getting beat up. But there's that fine line of pain and pleasure, and I know something about Jerry the King Lawler, that he walks that fine line of pain and pleasure just like Steve Keirn. But you know where we get that? Is we get that from Jackie Fargo. Jackie Fargo taught us the difference between pain and pleasure, and he says, don't let them override. Just keep your head straight, and you'll come out on top. Well, I've been pretty lucky staying in the top 10 in the world after 15 years. Jerry Lawler, the top 10 in the world. Well, let me tell you something, Jerry Lawler. I got a lot of respect for you, and I know that when I step into the ring against somebody like Eric Embry, whether they're from Texas, whether they're from Tennessee, to me, the whole thing boils down to the word Mr. Jackie Fargo, which I owe everything to. And if they don't think they're going to be in for a fight when we step in the ring, I guarantee you I know what this guy can do. And if you don't know what we're going to do together, then just come with a big smile on your face, because you're going to need whatever ability you have, Dr. Tom, to put yourselves back together again. Because I didn't come up here for pleasure, and I sure wouldn't step in the ring with him as my partner if I wasn't serious about what I'm doing. Do you want to play? On your face, because you're going to need whatever ability you have, Dr. Tom, to put yourselves back together again. Because I didn't come up here for pleasure, and I sure wouldn't step in the ring with him as my partner if I wasn't serious about what I'm doing. Do you want to play? Do you want to make a reputation? Well, here's two guys that you could make the biggest reputation in your career if you could beat. But the fact is simple. You couldn't beat us any day of your life. You don't have to worry about your back, Jerry Lawler. You don't have to worry about your back, because your back is safe with me.
Steve Keirn, the King, Jerry Lawler, they're together to go against Eric Embry and Dr. Tom Pritchard, the common denominator, the fabulous one, Jackie Fargo. Back in a moment.